Hi friends, myself K. Lakshmi, Assistant Professor in the Department of SNH, Chebrolu Engineering College, Class 15. Topic: Introduction about magnetic properties. In the field of electrical engineering, magnetic materials plays an important role. Materials that provide a path to magnetic flux are known as magnetic materials. Materials like iron, nickel, cobalt, they have a capability of attracting under the influence of external magnetic field. Simply, they are called as magnetic materials, and the property is called magnetism. Magnetic materials must have high permeability so that they have high flux produced it. Earth is also example for magnet. It is considered as a huge magnet which contains geographical north and geographical south poles. The word magnet is derived from a city, Magnesia. Magnetite is the natural form of magnetic available in the earth crust in the form of ore of iron. Generally, the forms of magnets are two types. One is natural magnet and another type is artificial magnets. Again, artificial magnets also classified into two types: permanent magnets and temporary magnets. Permanent magnets, example, that means they are in the shape of bar magnet or U-shaped magnet, horseshoe magnet or compass magnet type. So, natural magnets means they are available naturally in the earth crust are called as the natural magnets. Magnetite is the best example for natural magnet. That means such a magnets rolled in a iron pieces, it will absorb the iron pieces around the magnetite. So the maximum iron pieces are accumulated at the two ends of the magnets, while a very less amount of pieces are accumulated at the center of the magnet. That means the points at which iron pieces accumulated maximum are called poles of the magnet, while the imaginary lines joining these poles is called axis of the magnet. That means simply magnets have two poles, they are north and south pole. Some of the examples of natural magnets: lodestone and also oxides of iron, that means Fe3O4. These are the some examples for natural magnets. Then what about artificial magnets? Magnets that are prepared by artificial methods are called artificial magnets. That means these artificial magnets are obtained from the natural magnets. These artificial magnets are made to our needs. Most of the usual way of making artificial magnets by the process of electric current through a wire wounded over an iron or steel bar, like that. Then what about permanent magnets? The materials which can retain magnetization even after the removing of external field. Here the magnetization means to convert a magnetic material into magnet by the application of external electric field. That means the permanent magnets are, even though remove the external magnetic field, still it have magnetization character. The best example for such a magnets is door of refrigerators. These magnets are called permanent magnets, and they create their own magnetic field inside the materials. Generally, these type of magnets are made from ferromagnetic like ferri, alnico is the best example for permanent magnet. Generally, it is made with aluminium, nickel, cobalt. The permanent magnets are very difficult to demagnetization also. That depends upon the capacity of the permanent magnet. Generally, the demagnetization is used in the purpose of by heating. So, this is about the permanent magnets. And next, temporary magnets. There are certain class of materials which act as a magnet only when it is magnetized. That means whenever we remove the external magnetic field, it loses its magnetization character. So such a type of magnets are called temporary magnets, and electromagnets which are used is called bell is a best example for temporary magnets. Iron or soft steel will retain magnetism so long as magnetic force is applied. Once the magnetic force is removed, they will lose their magnetism. Magnetic made from such a materials are called temporary magnets. Whenever we discuss this chapter, we know the properties of magnets. First properties, when two poles are like north and south having equal pole strength, and the poles of the magnet are not separated, that is, isolated pole does not exist. That means when a magnet is cut into small pieces, even a small piece of magnet is having two poles. That is isolated pole. That means a magnet which does not exist a single pole. And magnets having two poles like north and south poles. Like poles are repel each other, and unlike poles are attract each other. The fundamental thing responsible for the electric field or magnetic field is charge. Now the static electric field is associated with charge, but we do not have magnetic charge in the nature. That means a moving charge gives rise to magnetic field. In every atom, electrons are revolving around the nucleus. That means the negative charge electrons orbits create current in the orbit. This current creates the magnetic field. That means every atom or molecule behave as a magnet, so that it consisting of magnetic momentum. That means atoms or molecules are behave like a magnet, so automatically they have some magnetic momentum. In magnetization substance, the net magnetic momentum is not zero, but in non-magnetizing substances like wood, the net magnetic momentum is zero. Now some basic properties of light. Here the magnetic dipole momentum. First we know what is a magnetic dipole. Magnetic dipole are found to exist in magnetic materials, which in some respects they may be analog as electric dipoles also. That means magnetic dipole may be as a small bar magnet composed of north and south pole instead of positive and negative charges. So the magnetic dipole means the arrangement of two equal and opposite charges separated by a fixed distance is called magnetic dipole. Now, what is meant by magnetic momentum? The magnetic momentum of a magnet is defined as the product of length of a magnet 2L and its pole strength small m. So the magnetic momentum is represented as mu m. Mu m is equal to 2L into small m. Its units are ampere meter square and it is a vector quantity. Its direction is south to north pole. This is the definition of magnetic dipole momentum. Simply, magnetic dipole momentum is the product of length of the magnet 2L and its pole strength small m. Torque. Torque is defined as a couple acting on a bar magnet. When it is placed at right angles to the direction of uniform magnetic field, because of the torque, magnetic dipole rotates. That means whenever apply a magnetic force on the dipole, that means two equal and opposite forces are acting upon the same material, then due to that on the bar magnet, due to couple of forces acting upon it, now a torque is developed. That torque is represented by tau is equal to mu m b sin theta. Here mu m is dipole momentum of the magnet, b is magnetic induction, and theta is the angle between the torque acting upon the magnet in its final and original position. Now, bar magnets, current loops, current carrying coils, etc. all experience torque in magnetic field and can be regarded as a, that means they named as a magnetic dipole. Now, what is a magnetic field? This is very important. We have to briefly discuss about that. The space around a magnet where the magnetic force can be there is called magnetic field. Generally, this field can be represented by drawing lines. They are called magnetic lines of forces. Now, these line of forces in magnetic field are in a straight or maybe in a curved shape. Now, the tangent to which at any point, that means the tangent drawn on the any one of the line, that gives the direction of the magnetic field at that point. Magnetic field can be produced in different sources, that is current carrying in a wire, in a solenoid, bar magnet, or our earth is also best example of Hughes magnet. Magnetic fields are produced by electric currents. That means which can be a macroscopic currents in wires or microscopic currents are associated with electrons in atomic orbits. Already we discussed that in atom or any molecule, the negative electron charge is moved in a fixed orbits. Due to this movement, an atom is behave like a tiny bar magnet. That means magnetic fields are produced by electric current. The SI unit of magnetic field is Tesla, and it is also expressed in Gauss. 1 Tesla is equal to 10,000 Gauss. Magnetic field is a scalar quantity. That means it has no direction. It has multiple directions. That's why it is taken as a scalar quantity. And next concept, magnetic intensity or magnetic field strength. It is indicated by the letter H. So what about the magnetic field intensity? At any point in the magnetic field, it is defined as the magnetizing force experienced by a unit north pole placed at that point. That means every magnet is having magnetic field. Now select any one of the point in the magnetic field. Now take a unit north pole at any point in the magnetic field. Now at that point, what is the force experienced by the unit north pole? That is the magnetic field intensity at that point. So this intensity is varying from point to point. That means, as we know, away from the bar magnet, the magnetic field intensity is gradually decreases. That means the intensity is varying from point to point. Magnetic field intensity is measured in terms of ampere per meter. It is a vector quantity. It is independent of medium. The magnetic field intensity H is equal to F by M. Here the F is magnetic force and M is magnetization. And next, magnetic induction, or it is also named as magnetic flux density. Now, the total number of magnetic lines of force passing through the unit cross-sectional area of the substance due to both the magnetizing field and induced magnetism is called magnetic flux density. Already we discussed that the magnetic field is expressed in terms of or represented by drawing lines from north to south. They may be in the shape of line, straight or curved shape. Now take a unit cross-sectional area among that magnetic field. In that unit cross-sectional area, how many magnetic lines of force are passing through it? Let it be count. That means the number of flux lines passed through that unit area is the magnetic flux density of the material. This magnetic flux density is mainly depends upon the magnetic field strength H, and it is represented by the letter capital B. B is equal to formula phi by A. Here phi is magnetic flux lines and A is the area. So magnetic flux density or magnetic induction B is equal to formula phi by A. It is a vector quantity. It is measured Newton per ampere meter or Weber per meter square, or it is also measured in terms of Tesla. And next one, here the flux means the total number of lines of force in the magnetic field is called magnetic flux. Here the symbol phi is indicates the magnetic flux. The unit of magnetic flux is Weber. Here the lines of magnetic flux have no physical existence. Really speaking about that, nothing flow in a magnetic field. The 1 Weber is equal to 10 power 8 lines of force. Intensity of magnetization. Now, when a magnetizing substance is placed in a external magnetic field, the two ends of the substances acquire equal and opposite pole strength. Hence, the substance possesses some magnetic momentum. That means, generally in magnets they have poles in an irregular manner. Whenever by magnetization the two ends of the substances acquiring equal pole strength, so the magnetic momentum, according to magnetic momentum definition, two equal and opposite charges separated by a fixed distance. So here, whenever the substance is magnetizing, the two ends of the substances acquiring equal and opposite pole strength, automatically it possesses or it having some magnetic momentum. This is the induced magnetic momentum per unit volume. So, when it is placed in an external magnetic field, it is called intensity of magnetization. So, that means simply this is the process of converting non-magnetic sample of material into magnetic sample of material. That means magnetization refers to the process of converting non-magnetic sample into magnetic sample. That means, what is the intensity of magnetization is magnetic momentum per unit volume in a material. It is also defined as magnetization is also defined as magnetic pole strength per unit area. Generally, magnetization depends upon that means it is proportional to the applied magnetic field. That means I proportional to H. So, according to definition, magnetization is equal to induced magnetic momentum by volume. So, here as we know, the definition of magnetic momentum, formula for magnetic momentum is 2L into M, and the volume we can written as area into length. As we know, volume is equal to length into length into length. That means it can maybe also written as area into length. Here area is capital A and the length between the distance between the two poles is named as 2L. So simply by cancellation 2L and 2L here, so it may be written as M by A. That means intensity may be written as, magnetization of intensity may be written as pole strength per unit area. So finally, intensity of magnetization means magnetic momentum per unit volume or magnetic pole strength per unit area. Thank you.